Okay. All right. Episode 15. We've been going for like a week, and that's just because me and Ethan have both had like family issues over the last week. Not issues, but like family things.
Family things. Yeah.
But yeah, we're back. Episode 15 of the Poverty Franchise Podcast. We're back with an extra person. We got my boy, Frank. Tell us a little about yourself, Frank.
All right. No, what's up, y'all? I watched the first episode of this podcast, and you guys were talking about how y'all vote for like, you root for like poverty franchises, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if the Nuggets are poverty franchise, Ethan. I don't know.
They're a middle of the pack tier,
but like
they're good now. But
franchise-wise,
what do they have before that? Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sixers are my franchise, and they always sell, but they're always in the playoffs.
Y'all got one ring, right? Like a single ring.
What are you talking about?
Like championships, 76ers have one ring.
No, they have way more than that. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure it's one. Though.
No, they have
But one of them was from 55 and the other was from 67. Like, one.
Wait. They only got two?
They got three. They got 83, 67, and 55. But like two of those are prehistoric. Those don't even count.
Hey, well, you know what? It's a process.
For one of these, y'all weren't even the Sixers. Y'all were still the Syracuse Nationals.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Y'all have two rings as the Sixers, but yeah.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. It's a process. You just gotta wait.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
So Sixers fan, and then you're a Raider fan, right?
I like the Raiders. I mean, I don't watch football. I mean, I watched a lot last season, and my dad likes the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I just obligated.
It was just obligated family thing.
Mm-hmm. And then Padres because San Diego, right?
Yeah, I hate all these LA fans, man. They're always in San Diego, and they're all wearing like Mookie Betts.
Warriors
I'm
fans
like,
too.
Go away.
Warriors fans are all over in San Diego. I don't even know how they got.
I'm a semi-Warriors fan.
I mean, they're fun to watch, but I'm not like no Warriors fan.
They're fun to watch. I always root for my team, but
but these people are like
they just have they have good team chemistry, and they're just like.
They're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch.
And
like
that's what it is. They're fun to watch. And they're always good. So it's like, But yeah. Main topics for today should be, well, obviously it's going to be Donovan Mitchell because the Jazz are finally willing to, open their eyes and see that a duo of Patrick Beverley and Donovan Mitchell isn't going to make the playoffs. So they're listening to calls to trade him. Then just some overall other NBA news that news/rumors that have happened in like the last week or so. Actually, let's start with James Harden because he's taking a $15 million pay cut. And as a Sixers fan, how do you feel about you guys' offseason so far? Getting like PJ Tucker. Who else you guys get? That's it. You guys just got PJ Tucker.
That's it. He's it.
Yeah, I got PJ Tucker, my boy.
It's I don't know. James Harden taking that $15 million pay cut, it helps, but it's like it's not like they're taking it away from him. They're gonna give it to him later in the future. At least that's what I heard. It's like how like players like are getting paid after they retire by teams.
Yeah. Oh, like Luol Deng was getting paid by the Lakers for a super long time.
Right. So I'm not pretty sure. Well, this is just something that I read that he'll get paid after his contract, extra money. Like, so if he ends up leaving the Sixers, he'll get paid maybe a couple years after that from them. So he's not losing money, but it's just better for this season. Yeah. So I like that.
Who else needs to take a pay cut on the Sixers?
Tobias Harris.
Yeah, Tobias. That contract is awful.
Bro, they should trade him, man. Just trade him to.
But who would take him?
OKC.
I don't think I want him, bro.
Well, it's not your choice because we can just give you a first-round pick, and then y'all are like.
Sam Presti like, whoa.
Yeah. So you add on to their 23 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because y'all. I mean, you guys have been using your picks, but you guys should have a lot next year, huh? Or the next 2 years.
I think we have 4 next year.
4 next year.
And then
oh my god.
4 the year after too.
You guys
so it's like
you guys have
okay.
podcasts.
Khalil, hear me out. They're first overall pick next year.
Say that again. You froze.
There's this idea of the Thunder like tanking, I guess, to make a package for the first overall pick to get Victor.
I don't think we need another first. I mean, I guess like we have so many picks, just trade them to get a higher
Mhm.
pick. But like,
Just trade up to get the first.
I hope like we don't. I honestly don't know what we're gonna do with these picks because logic. Even this year, we had 20 people on the roster by the end of the draft. We can't have 20 people on the roster. You can have, I think, 15. So it's kind of like even if we trade up for the first pick, we're gonna have to get rid of guys we already have. And obviously, there's guys who are expendable. Like I don't think we need to keep Poku long term or like someone like Aaron Wiggins. Even though he's been really good in summer league, I'm not like we gotta have him. But it's still kind of like the roster to me is already getting a little cramped at the moment. That's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you feeling about the Sixers going into next year? I mean, it's not really a lot more you guys can do. Oh, you guys got Daniel House too. That's another.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we did get Daniel House.
But yeah,
it's weird. Yeah, it's becoming like another Rockets team. You know,
the Philadelphia Rockets.
Yeah, just like, and you got Daryl Morey there, and it's all weird. But I think it'll mesh better. You know, because we have more wings. You know, I think a little bit more depth. James Harden. I'm hoping he plays better.
Yeah, just a little closer to
just a little bit. Like you don't have to do much because Tyrese Maxey should take a step up. You know, because he outworks Harden.
Yeah,
like I mean he has to because he's younger. But
Tyrese Maxey is in his. He wasn't a rookie last year. He's in his second year.
No. Yeah, he's not a rookie.
He averaged 17.5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of a step up statistically he'll take, but maybe in his play all around, he'll take a step up. But he was super efficient too. So I mean, like, it's really good stats.
Yeah. I think it's just trying to get other scorers like around the team, just role players, because we would get a lot from Embiid, but then like you need more help than just like star players. Because Tobias Harris has to step up because he was playing, like he had a couple okay games, but
Tobias Harris has never. I mean, he was that guy when he was in LA, I guess, for like 1 year. He was never.
That's why we traded for him.
Yeah, because it's
like, and because games that Embiid and Harden and Tobias Harris, when they would do like when they all like did well, like it was hard to stop.
Yeah,
like all the like it's but like for the last few years, it's all starting lineup scoring. Like the bench scoring is just like lacking.
You guys traded like your whole bench to get Harden. You guys don't have Drummond anymore. You guys don't have Curry. You guys lost a good amount of stuff. I mean, at least you guys were able to keep Matisse Thybulle, but can't really do anything other than play defense.
Right. No, Seth Curry is actually incredibly valuable player. Yeah. It's crazy because he can probably average as much as Harden points wise.
Oh yeah. Because what did Harden average last year? Like 20?
Like 20. Yeah. I mean, he gets 10 assists, but
yeah.
I mean, if Curry just got more shot attempts.
James Harden averaged 22. Let's see what Seth Curry averaged. Seth Curry, I would imagine, averaged like 15. 15 points on the dot. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, with more shots.
More shot attempts. If Harden's not there, he averages more.
Yeah, and he's had games before where he scored, a lot. I'm gonna check his game high.
Oh, I'm guessing it's like 36.
36 is his game high for you. Let's see if Basketball Reference wants to, work. But I see what you mean. Seth Curry is very extremely valuable, like 6-man kind of guy. I mean, he could start for you too. He's just a terrible player. But
right. But he showed that with the Nets. Like right when he got there, like he was impactful.
Game high for
37.
Yeah, 37. You said 36?
I said 36.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, was that this season or was that?
That was 2019, 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's his career game high for points. And then assists. He had a 15 assist game in 2015, 2016 season.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was back when he was on the Kings. He played 40 minutes. His highest played minutes is 40 minutes that season, but it wasn't the same. But yeah, I don't know when he got 15 assists, but I want to see that game.
Yeah.
He got 12 assists on Philly.
Hey, he's pretty much Harden if we're being real. Like honestly, I'm taking Seth Curry over Harden. Cheaper contract, simply better.
Yeah, they just guard Harden differently on the pick and roll.
Yeah,
because they want to. I don't know, because Harden has like all this like respect of being like how great he was before,
Mhm.
but he's not that.
He's definitely not that. Even if he's like more healthy next year, I don't think he's ever going to go back to Rockets Harden. Because I think
No,
for
no.
Rockets Harden, he was averaging like 27 plus for like 5 straight years. I'm going to clarify that, but I'm pretty sure it was like 27 plus for like 5 straight years.
Right. In his peak year, he was averaging like
36,
36,
like,
37.
Yeah, from 2014-15 to 2019-2020, which is a 6-year stretch, he averaged 27 plus, which also includes 3 30-point per game seasons. So,
Yeah.
All 3 back to back to back.
Does it say on Basketball Reference what his like usage rate was compared to the rest of the team?
I mean, I can't. I mean, I could probably find it in advanced stats.
We don't have to look for it, but I imagine it's high, like really high.
Yeah, he's always been like that guy who has a really high usage rate. Him
Right.
and Luka.
Yeah, Luka's higher though. I think Luka was
usage
higher.
Rate, okay, yeah, his usage rate was 40. Like his usage percentage was 40 in 2018, 2019, 36, 2019, 20. 2017, 2018, he had a 36% usage. 34 in 2016, 2017, 30, 32. So yeah, it's been high always. And
Right.
2 of those years, 2018, 2019, he had the league high in usage rate. And then 2017, 2018, he also had the league high. So that's like 2 straight years.
Yeah.
But yeah, Prime James Harden was a beast.
Yeah,
Definitely one of the greatest scorers ever.
An issue.
Yeah, it was actually incredibly fun to watch.
Yeah, he had that one like month stretch where he was just constantly going for like 40, 50, 60. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's incredible.
He was a dog. Where do you see the Sixers in the East? Like in comparison to other teams?
Ethan, what do you think? Well, no, I'll say all right. So I think the Bucks, when healthy, are better because Giannis, Chris Middleton, it's not.
Giannis, Chris Drew.
Giannis is the best. I think he's a top 3 player in the league, easily. I mean, he's multiple MVPs,
defensive player of the year.
Right. So I think they'll be back if Chris Middleton's doing well. I got up to on Chris Middleton.
Oh wait, Chris Middleton.
He had wrist surgery.
Yeah,
had surgery. Yeah.
What did they say about that? Because I don't remember.
Something about his ligament.
I don't even. Is his wrist the reason he was out? I thought it was something with his knee or something.
I know that's so too, and but he was out during the playoffs, and so that's why Boston
beat them, and it still took them 7 games to beat them, even without Chris Middleton.
Exactly. So I think Bucks, when healthy, might go ahead and just beat everybody.
What about Boston?
Boston,
Philly over Boston or Boston over Philly, or where you at?
Oh, they got Brogdon now.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot better in free agency.
They've gotten better.
They also landed Nilo, right?
Yeah,
they have,
literally nothing.
Right, they got Gallo. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I think Bucks would still just overpower teams.
I think the Bucks are just going to be the Bucks, and then
right, because they're
first.
Yeah, because they got great chemistry, they got good defense, they got a superstar caliber player, they got a shot creator, they got a lockdown defender you can put on a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think, and they got good role players.
Yeah, very good role players actually.
You've had like Boston, like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Obviously not all the time, but they might take some time, like take a day. They won't have. I mean, obviously everyone does that, but
we saw Jason Tatum take a whole series off.
Right,
wasn't there in the finals at all. So
so I believe in the Bucks over my team. But I gotta see, if Donovan Mitchell's getting traded to the East, we don't know exactly how the East is gonna look.
Where do you guys have the Heat in this?
I mean, I think they're gonna be good in the regular season, just because they're always good in the regular season. But unless they Jimmy Butler's great. We can all admit Jimmy Butler is really a top 10 player in the league. Especially how he performs in the playoffs. But I just don't think, Jimmy Butler is your guy is going to win a championship. I mean, they can always make it far. We've seen them make it far because he's had really good games. I just think they need another shot creator. Tyler Hero is a great shot creator, but he's coming off the bench. And it seems like they don't want to start him because he's not a great defender. That's what I heard in an interview. I think Pat Riley was like, the league is going towards a direction where you want your best scorer to also be not your best defender, but capable to defend. And, Tyler Hero is not that guy. But for Miami, I think they're gonna just have another really good regular season, but I don't have them as like my favorite to come out the East. But I think the East is I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I think this is the first time you can really make an argument that the East is better than the West, and
I
it's
think
close.
it was
It's
better
close.
before.
I can say that.
Like maybe in our lifetime, I don't think the East has ever been better than the West. At least not like the last decade.
I thought there was 1 year, like, well,
Because even the year Kawhi was in Toronto,
Clippers. I mean, like, no, actually, yeah, but West has been having like that, have been dominant, right? But yeah, I think Miami will be like, top 4 seed still
easily
for sure. But Jimmy Butler isn't the caliber as these other stars, like
at least not
Giannis is.
offensively.
There is no
Not
great. There's
offensively.
no denying that. But like he can't carry a team to get that next level. Like he can drop 40, cool. He gets buckets. Jimmy buckets. We all know this. But like he's not going to take you to a chip and win it.
I don't know what Frank found funny, but
Bro, why are you laughing?
Because he was about to laugh. But
Nah, because Ethan was like, Jimmy buckets. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Or,
I think if Jimmy gets you buckets, someone else has to get you buckets.
Yeah,
and
someone else has to.
Didn't get any. He wasn't really doing much offensively. Kyle Lowry's at this point not who he was before. Still solid, not who he was before. And Tyler Hero, of course, really good. But how much can you play him if he can't guard?
Right. They need Duncan to have a better season.
Yeah, I don't think
they didn't even play Duncan.
They didn't play him. They didn't want to play him, but he he played like 15 minutes off the bench.
All he can do is shoot the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in his first year, like his like upcoming year where everyone started to know about him, like he was doing really well.
He was doing great.
They give him that monster contract and things.
Right, because he would lead them in scoring like many times just based off just his 3-point shooting. Like shooting like 7 for 9, things like that. But yeah, I don't think they want to give him minutes. But if he 3-point shooting is very valuable.
Super valuable.
To where like
the Heat's offense is so. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say like the Heat's offense is so like slower paced. Like they just rely on their defense. Like I don't want to say they just rely on it, but like they rely on it to the point where defense generate fast break points. Bam. Just keep it simple. But their offense is more of like a slower pace type thing, and I think they should play Duncan, although he may be a liability on defense. At least generate some plays for him, because then you're getting those 3-point opportunities. Right. Because in the playoffs, those 3-pointers, they weren't falling.
Yeah.
Is Oladipo still on the Heat?
Did he go to the Kings, or that was?
I don't think he went to the Kings. I definitely don't think he signed.
Oh no, he didn't. No, sorry, he didn't go to the Kings. I think he went back to Miami. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
I was like, if he decided to go sign to the Kings,
he re-signed to Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the top 4 seeds, I think we can all agree for the East are Philly, Milwaukee, Miami, and then Boston.
Yeah.
Who's that 5th team who you're like, okay, they're a little interesting, I don't know if they're as good as the top 4, but they could be,
the Nets.
If assuming they keep KD and Kyrie, obviously.
I think if they don't keep them, they still might be the
Really?
favorite. Well,
really?
It depends on what they get back, obviously.
But they're gonna get something good back if they're trading.
Yeah.
I mean, they want all-star caliber players back.
If they're getting an all-star caliber player, which is definitely gonna happen for KD, I think they can make it run. And you still have Seth Curry, you still have Drummond. Drummond is Drummond still?
Yeah, he's on the Bulls.
He's on the Bulls. That's
for
right.
For that 5th team, I'm gonna go for a little dark horse and say the Cavs.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I could see that.
I totally forgot they existed.
Yeah, because I think for a little bit this season they were like the 1 seed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they have good talent. I think. Yeah.
I think we're all gonna have different ones. I'd go Atlanta.
I could see that.
They've got DeJounte Murray and they still have John Collins.
I gotta argue. I gotta argue with that though. Okay, so DeJounte Murray's usage, not usage, but like he's more dominant on ball.
They're both ball.
Normally, you want your best player to be on ball, which is Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really work off ball. He's like a below average shooter off the catch. And then he's a slight upgrade on defense. They need rim protection. They don't need
I mean, they
perimeter
have Clint
defense.
Capella, and then John Collins is an okay rim protector. I think the
Yeah.
thing is, you can make two ball dominant players work at this point. Like,
Mhm.
it, of course, both of their like stats are going to take a hit. Like DeJounte's not
Yeah.
going to put up 29 and 8 or
29
whatever,
and 9. Yeah.
whatever he put up last year, and then
Uh-huh.
Trey's not going to put up damn near 30 and 12. But I think, you know, in the playoffs against Miami, I think that's what they played. We saw that Trey Young, although it might not like be the strongest aspect of his game, he has to play off ball, because if the other team like the Hawks or the Heat
Mhm.
know that, you know, Trey Young is the whole offense, then obviously,
They're just going to
No.
suffocate him.
right. And I just think Atlanta. Plus, another thing is DeJounte is decently tall. I think he's 6'5" or 6'6".
6'6".
So it adds some size to the backcourt too. And then Trey Young is one of the worst defenders in the league. So DeJounte Murray is a huge upgrade as far as backcourt defense goes, because Trey Young is a
Mhm.
terrible defender.
Yeah.
Plus, I just think, you know, again, they kept John Collins and they were supposed to trade him. I don't know where he's going to go, because it seems like they didn't want him. I don't know what's been going on with that situation. But yeah, they still have John Collins.
I hope they keep him.
I do too.
I mean, they have a
That's
good. I
great
mean,
starting
they have a
lineup.
good. They have a good lining. Yeah, they have a good starting lineup there.
I think they still have Bogdanovich too.
Off the bench, yeah, that's
Clint Capella. That's a great starting lineup.
DeAndre Hunter.
You know, yeah. So I think they're pretty solid.
Right. We'll see. I think, yeah, Trae Young has to learn how to play off ball. Like people are like, oh, I want to be Curry. Like Curry moves off ball.
Right.
That's why he's so great.
Yeah,
To
that's a
where-
huge part of his, you know, game.
He runs around all the time. You know, that's what. So if Trae Young could do a little bit of that, you know, have some go run around screens like Wild DeJounte,
Mhm.
you know, so he can get shots without having the ball. It's
Yeah.
important. If that doesn't happen, I mean, they're obviously they're not going to be heavily in contention.
Yeah. I
They
think
have
they're solid.
good potential though,
Yeah.
depending on what they do.
Then you still have the Bulls. Like, and the Bulls were really good last year when they were healthy. But I don't know how good they're going to be this year. But at one point last year, they were like the 1 seed when, you know, Lonzo
that's
was
true.
healthy.
Yeah.
So they're still in discussions. I said the Hawks for a 5th seed. Ethan, you said the Cavs, and then you said Brooklyn, depending on, you know, what they get back and things like that. Even if they keep KD, the East is just stacked. Like, I honestly think the only teams where I'm like, you know, there's no way this team is making the playoffs is like the
The
Magic.
Hornets.
I guess the Hornets could be like an 8 seed, maybe, but it's
The
still
Wizards,
tough. I don't think the Wizards are going to do anything.
like never in like 20 years.
I don't think the Knicks are that great. I don't know why they gave Jalen Brunson that bag for that much. The Pistons, I think, can be actually pretty decent.
They
and then I
can
think
be-
the Pacers can
They're
be
gonna. The Pistons are gonna be fun to watch.
very.
They might be borderline though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're going to be borderline, most likely.
Yeah.
But I think they have a chance. I think the Pacers, especially if they get 8 and have a chance too.
That's
Mhm.
true. Yeah. So there's a lot of contention with that.
East is
You know,
just
5th
tough.
seed. Yeah.
Um,
But back to like what was the team? Yeah, Chicago. That was a tough break for them to lose, like because they had like Lonzo got injured, Caruso got injured,
just
like
a lot of injuries. And then Zach
a lot of
LaVine-
injuries, and they were playing. Yeah, they're playing good with like those pieces,
Mhm.
you know, and Drummond off the bench, you know,
Yeah, they did need paint defense.
but yeah,
The Liquid Death just hit me back in my face. That's why.
what are you drinking?
Liquid Death. That's the official sponsor of our podcast. You didn't know? The sponsor.
No,
Yeah.
didn't know.
Water.
Now's a good time to bring up our sponsor, Liquid Death. Make up a promo code, Ethan.
Pod.
POVPOD. Use code POVPOD on the Liquid Death website to get a free, I guess, can. I don't really know how that would work for a liquid, but yeah.
Mhm.
Link in bio. Okay, what about out west? Because obviously, you know, let's get to the main topic of, you know, NBA news recently. Donovan Mitchell has a chance of being traded by the Jazz. I think it makes sense for them to trade Donovan Mitchell
Yeah.
because with the team they have now, it's not
They
like they're
have-
gonna-
He's gonna play his heart out for them to be a 12 seed.
right. They're not going to do anything really.
Yeah.
And it's not like they can really, you know, sign or get anyone. I don't think they have the cap space to like sign Aiton. So it's not like they can get him. Then I guess they could try and get Miles Bridges, but you know how that's going.
Yeah, no, he's not. I think he'll be banned for like a year or more.
Yeah, I don't think it's fine.
But
27 days, 27 to life.
but yeah, there's no reason for the Jazz to be mediocre. Again, I mean, they've been better than mediocre, obviously, in the playoffs, like some years. But they've been those.
They've just
been
below
getting
expectations.
Right, but I think you can expect more from them if they still have the same team. So like, because we know what their players can do, and that's not enough to compare to the other teams in the West, in my opinion. So I think the best thing is to trade Donovan and just start off more fresh. Rebuild kind of like oh my gosh, some team. This is a good example. One team did that. It was it's unfortunate. I don't remember.
I feel like I was thinking of the same team you were thinking of earlier, and I cannot remember who I was thinking of.
But yeah, no, they need to reset and get some young players.
Yeah. Where does he go though? Like I have this article up, 5 best trade packages for Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through them as a group. But in your mind, when you think of like where would Donovan Mitchell go, what's a team that comes to mind?
Immediate first thought should be the Heat. That's obvious.
Obviously, because it's like,
they
the
need a
ties to
scorer.
D-Wade and Utah and all of that. That's a little interesting.
Tampering.
They would lose some picks if he went to Miami. They would lose a lot of picks. I'm trying to think of a team that could also make like a good package. Like obviously Tyler Hero is a decent way to start your rebuild. Who else?
Is it though?
I mean, it's nothing special, but like, probably,
you might not get more back.
Yeah, Tyler Hero is probably the best player you can get if you're trading Donovan Mitchell. I'm trying to think like team by team.
I think you probably trade for someone that has maybe more potential than Tyler Hero, but doesn't have the floor Tyler Hero has now. Because Tyler Hero is a decently he's a great NBA player. Like because I think they should go younger. If that makes sense.
Oh, like
okay, so trade for more of like a project,
a rookie type thing.
Well, Tyler Hero might not help your future because maybe some things say that he might be capped out soon, like that he can't do more
like this
than what he's doing.
And at the moment, he's just like a good, solid 6-man, like a really, really good 6-man.
Right, and the Jazz get him back, and he becomes Donovan Mitchell and averages like 26, and then you're just back to where you were.
Yeah. So let's cross off the Heat. I don't think Charlotte can really make a trade for Donovan Mitchell. I mean, Gordon Hayward goes back to Utah, I guess. I don't know how that would work.
They don't. Yeah, Jazz don't want
Gordon Hayward, and there's not like a young player. I mean, I guess it could get like James Bouknight. He didn't really play much for Charlotte last year, and then I guess Mark Williams, and that's a rookie and a sophomore who you could try and build around. I guess I don't really like that though. I would have said the Hawks if they didn't get DeJounte Murray already.
Yeah, Hawks. Yeah. Well, who are you talking about? Like DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah, John. I mean, at that point, they were already talking about trading John Collins. I guess you get John Collins, Onyeka Okongwu. There's some guys you could trade in Atlanta. They have a pretty young team.
Yeah.
Indiana doesn't really have a young. I mean, Benedict Mathurin is there, so it's not like
they're not trading him. No.
But it would be kind of cool if Indiana somehow was able to sign DeAndre Ayton, which they're rumored to be able to do, and then trade for Donovan Mitchell. That'd be a pretty cool team. I don't know what they'd have to trade, but
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting.
And then I don't think the Bulls do it. I don't think the Cavs, the Bucks wouldn't make really any sense. The Knicks want to get him, but I don't know how they would do that.
They don't give up RJ, so they don't. Yeah. I don't know if the Jazz don't really want to take that.
The Nets wouldn't really do this unless it was like a KD trade. But why would the Jazz trade for KD if they're trading Donovan Mitchell? They wouldn't be good. The Raptors, I don't think really do this. I don't think
it doesn't fit them.
Sixers, what do you think?
No.
Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Embiid for Donovan Mitchell?
No, yeah, that's not gonna happen because we're not giving up any of those players. We would give up Tobias Harris, but you know
Tobias Harris.
they don't want Tobias Harris. You know,
Boston, and then I don't think Boston does it either. There'd
Yeah,
be
so-
no way they could do it.
yeah, it's
Let's
hard.
go.
It's hard to find a package for Donovan right now,
So
and it
here
seems like
are-
the
go
Heat
ahead.
It seems like what everyone's talking about, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of packages for sure. Go ahead.
Okay, I have an article of the 5 best trade packages for Donovan Mitchell. Frank, you're gonna play the role of the Utah Jazz. So
Okay.
you're the one receiving this offer. You have the option to say yes or no. Ethan, you are the position of the other team. So you're gonna try and
Yes.
talk Frank into
Doing this trade.
Yeah, regardless of how bad the offer may be, because I just found that this article.
That's kind of hard. That's kind of a hard job for you, man.
Yeah, good luck. Frank's just no. But you, of course, if you say yes, then it is what it is.
Nah,
Okay. I don't know if So the first team is Atlanta. I don't know if this article was made on the 29th of July. I think DeJounte Murray was still already traded at that point.
Of June.
Of June. But he was already traded by then, I'm pretty sure.
Probably, yeah.
So the package is John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, and a 2023 first round pick for Donovan Mitchell. Utah, you say yes. Utah, you say no.
Well, Ethan, how about you convince me, like,
Go
of
ahead.
why you think it's a good
Yeah.
package?
You get some of the future, right? You get a first round pick. You get John Collins. That's a lob threat. He's a decent defender.
Okay.
That's something that you need. You need that Gobert replacement. You feel me? So basically, he's a more versatile defender too. So he's in a sense better than him. Switch defender,
Yeah.
Something that's more modern.
I understand,
Because
yeah.
Gobert is like a paint setter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me strike you a deal. John Collins, a first in 2023, and whatever the rest that Khalil said.
DeAndre Hunter and Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson
Yeah, them.
didn't play last year, and he didn't play at Duke at all. And then DeAndre Hunter is a good defender. So
Them. Yeah. They're
Um,
gone.
Okay, well, John Collins, he is modern. You're right about that. He's like, he can shoot and he can defend. He's more modern.
Mhm.
I don't think that, like, John Collins, he's got to be in his mid-20s, right?
John
Believe so,
Collins
but
is
yes.
27, I think.
27,
Maybe I'm overestimating. I'm searching it up. 24. My bad. I don't know why. I thought he was
24. Well, 24 is still like,
he's not.
it's
super
not young enough for what I think I would want.
Plus,
Um,
again, you got to think about it. That pick is not going to be good. That pick is going to be like the 27th pick in the draft because the Hawks are going to be good, obviously. So
Hawks will be good because of
Donovan Mitchell. So it's not.
but
like,
what year pick it said it was?
2023. So it'd be this year. The year.
Yeah, so that pick wouldn't be valuable. You haven't seen Jalen Johnson play. That
that
But
much.
right.
you don't
and
need to see him play. He has that confidence. He was a previous 5-star recruit.
That's true. But DeAndre Hunter, it's important. It's an important piece, but I think DeAndre Hunter is great at complementing other players because he plays defense, he shoots.
Mhm.
So I don't think trading Donovan Mitchell for you're pretty much trading Donovan Mitchell for
John Collins.
no future star.
Yeah.
I mean, because DeAndre Hunter can be really good, Jalen Johnson could be good, but it's not.
You don't need a future star.
Technically,
No.
Jalen
Trust-
Johnson is your best asset for the future, and that's not good enough. I don't think.
Trust me. Okay, just trust me on this. You don't need a future star if you're getting those
No.
complimentary
No,
pieces.
This
Hit
is
on
over.
your draft
This is
picks.
over.
No,
I
hit
hang
on
up the
your draft
phone.
picks.
Hang up the phone.
He's taking his next call, and the Knicks are calling. My computer is about to die, so let me read this real quick. The package is this is interesting. Evan Fournier, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, 2023 first round pick, 2023
got
first
this.
round, 2 2023 first,
I got
a
this.
2025 first, and a 2026 first from the Knicks.
Hey, what were the players again?
Evan Fournier, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin.
Okay, Ethan.
Ethan, go ahead.
Okay, so us Knicks, yeah, we limited Obi Toppin's minutes. Is that our fault? Maybe. Has he shown flashes? Yes. He can develop into a future star. He's young. Bro won the dunk contest. That's an accolade right there. Cool. And then Evan Fournier, we saw what he did in FIBA in the World Cup or the Olympics. Bro was hooping. and then he fell off the face of the earth. But like, still, he's showing flashes. He's a hooper. And then we have a bunch of future picks. If you hit on any of those picks, you're good. You're pretty much gonna be set for your future because you have the rest of our picks. And if we trade for Donovan Mitchell, we already have Jalen Brunson. We have Jalen Brunson, right?
Yeah,
At the
I'm
time?
assuming this is
Yeah.
that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, Brunson, Randall.
So we have Brunson, and we're not going to be good. It's just going to be a bunch of scores running around. We're going to be maybe a play-in team. Like, look at who's in the East. We're not better than the top four.
Why are you like arguing against yourself right now?
I'm not arguing against myself.
Himself, really. It's more like he's trying to make you believe in the value of the picks.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
My bad.
Yeah. So look at it.
Why are you arguing against yourself?
No, go
Look
ahead
at
though.
it though. The Knicks are not going to be better than the Heat, Celtics, Bucks, Sixers, Raptors, Bulls, Nets, assuming they have KD and Kyrie, Hawks, Cavs, and that's it. Like that's not even a play-in team. So those picks are going to have value this year at least. I can't say anything about the future because we don't know how the free agency is going to work. Other trades, yada yada. But who else is in the package?
Quickly.
Manuel quickly, Fournier, 2 firsts this year. So I'm assuming one is the Knicks first, and then another is probably the one that the Thunder gave to the Knicks. For this year, it might be a Nuggets pick actually. Then it's a 2025 first round pick, assuming it's the Knicks 2025 pick, and then a 2026 first round pick, which we can also assume is a Knicks first round pick.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So pretty much we've limited Obi Toppin's minutes. That is because we don't deserve he should play. But we know that he can develop into a great star.
Yeah.
This star can develop into I don't know. He's not going to turn into a superstar.
Oh.
But he'll develop into something good.
Okay. Well, I really like the picks we're getting back. Actually, I think that if Jazz, they want those picks. I think those picks have potential of being valuable. Because Knicks have a lot of tied up money because they got money in Mitchell, Brunson, Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I'm sure there's a couple.
Mitchell Robinson. Oh, you already said Mitchell.
No, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan
But yeah,
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson got the extension or new contract.
Extension.
Extension.
I don't know, something else.
Whatever it is. He's still the same team, but
yeah.
So I think the picks we want are good. Obi Toppin does have flashes. He doesn't get minutes because there are other people above him. So I think him being able to start would be something good for him. Quickly has shown good flashes as well. I think if Donovan Mitchell forces his way out in a situation, I don't think this isn't the worst package you can get.
So you're not like hanging up the phone. You're just like, let me see what else is out there, and maybe we'll come back to this.
Right. I don't think you hang up the phone like without thinking to call back. I think, yeah. I think this trade is more valuable than the last trade from Atlanta.
Let me help you though.
Oh my God.
You may consider your options. So Obi Toppin can develop into that player who's a great complementary piece to your star who you end up drafting.
I should agree
that
with
star. You. Yeah. So he'll be a great asset next to that player, whoever you end up picking. It doesn't matter who it is. So yeah. I also think he should play Summer League because he doesn't play Summer League. And I think they should have him playing because he needs minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
Team number 3. This is a really confusing one. But the San Antonio Spurs. Let me see.
How am I going to argue for them?
Keldon Johnson.
So I guess this article came out before DeJounte Murray got traded because it's talking about it as if he's on the Spurs. So we're going to skip them because they wouldn't do this. This doesn't really make sense.
Right. They're in full. Oh, that's the Spurs. That's what I was thinking about. Who went full rebuild.
The Sixers are next up. The package is this is a good amount of stuff. Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris to make the money work. 2024 first, 2025 first.
Okay.
Wait. What players? Matisse,
Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and Tobias Harris.
Oh, okay.
And then 2 firsts.
Okay. So we make this money work out. we'll give you this guy who's kind of bad. He's getting pretty overpaid. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but like for these picks that you're getting, we can establish the defense right off the bat with Matisse Thybulle, and then Tyrese Maxey as well as not a sleeper defender, but he's also a great asset. He has a great ceiling, as shown. Man's stats were
He averaged 17. I remember because I searched it up earlier. It's 17, 3, and 2.
he averages 17, 3, and 2 at only the age of 21. He's only 20. And basically, he went to Kentucky, which is a great basketball program. So this
Bro's bringing in off the court things.
Mhm.
But pretty much, he's a great young asset, and I think you should consider this option because 1, the money works out. 2, you establish the defense right off the bat, and 3, you get a great young, not so project, showing flashes of the future player and picks.
Yeah, I really like this deal. I think Tyrese is a good point because I think he has more potential than like Tyler Hero. Because, in my opinion, because no one's talking about that Tyrese hit his ceiling.
Mhm.
I don't think he has. The picks we'll be giving won't be valuable.
They won't be amazing at all.
They're
Yeah.
not going to be the best.
We get rid of Tobias Harris, but we are losing depth though. So what? We'd have Harden, Mitchell.
No. There's no we.
You're not the Sixers. You're the Jazz.
Sixers.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. No, I was just no. That's not what happened. Sorry, it's my team. I was just thinking about my team. Okay, all right. No, but Tyrese is a good asset. I think I like this deal better than both the deals I've seen.
Okay.
Picks won't be worth it, but I think Tyrese is a good return package. I think him being as like the center of the.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. I could see this working out for both sides. Obviously, Matisse.
We have to restart.
There's no
We
way
have
that-
to restart.
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay.
What does that even mean? We're good.
Yeah, because okay, we're good. We're good. What do
You mean?
Okay.
What do you
Because
mean?
I like lagged out of the Zoom, and it still has the clock going in the top, which makes me think we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
If we're not, then that sucks. Because
Okay.
ain't no way we restart.
Oh, you can edit though.
Yeah, it's simple.
So you
It's
so you
just
can
like
like
a- just
so you
like
can
a
like
cut.
so you can put 2 videos in one video.
Yeah, seems simple.
Okay.
It's just
All right.
cutting and clipping. That's it.
No, you should have seen yourself smiling though. It made you freeze at like the perfect moment. No, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're crazy.
What's it called? Okay.
No, so what did you last hear?
I heard you talking. It's just your video.
This
first.
is just yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm
but
on
yeah,
my way out.
I know. I agree with that trade package. I think if Donovan Mitchell forces his way out, that's it.
Last package is the Miami package. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent, and a first. 1 pick.
I'll throw in Udonis Haslam.
You can't do that.
Is he
He's
even on the
actually-
team anymore?
He is on the team, but they signed him again. But he's like a coach, but they don't want to give him a coaching job.
Oh, so he's just on the team as a player.
Yeah. He's like Iguodala, waste
Mhm.
space.
Yeah.
No, that's a hard take, but he doesn't play.
He doesn't play at all.
Yeah, he dresses up in a suit and he sits on the team or sits on the bench.
He just gets to fly around, do shoot around and stuff, go to practice, and yell at Jimmy Butler in the locker room.
Right. No, I bet he doesn't yell at Jimmy. Think so?
I feel like they all yell at each other. They're all like very passionate over there in Miami.
Yeah, but Jimmy's an alpha.
Yeah, but so is Udonis. I mean, bro's been in the league for damn near 20 years.
But he's too old. Push him over.
Bro's been in the league since
My
dinosaurs,
back.
bro.
Legit. He get real hurt.
He's gonna get hurt if he raises his voice.
Bet not raise your voice at Jimmy Butler. You'll learn your
Oh.
lesson. I don't even like this. I don't even think we need to discuss this package because I feel like we already, talked about the Miami package.
Yeah.
So out of these 4, because we skipped the San Antonio one. Who are you accepting? Atlanta, New York, Philly, or Miami?
I would probably take. Well, so the Miami would be Tyler Hero,
Hero.
Robinson,
And Gabe Vincent.
and Gabe Vincent. Ooh, Gabe Vincent. That might be a deal breaker. I like the Heat and the Sixers package more because they're getting a. Well, actually, I like the Sixers package, and I like the Knicks package. It really depends on what you want to do because who knows? Tyrese Maxey might not. It might not be enough because you're not getting as many picks back as you would with the Knicks. So I think you go with the Knicks in the situation. Get quickly, you get Toppin, two players that makes your team exciting. Have potential to be exciting, and you get all those picks in the future. So,
and they already got those 5 first-round picks from the Rudy Gobert trade.
Right, they got a bunch of picks from Rudy Gobert trade, and then they're just like the Thunder,
Right.
And then
they're not like us because we got 50 picks in the next 2 years. But
right, but
like a mini version.
Right, but saving for the future.
Yeah,
I think it's a better idea. That's a more. You're pressing the reset button harder with the Knicks deal. I like that.
That's fair. I think it's really between the Knicks and the Sixers. I don't like the Miami trade because Tyler Hero is cool and all, but I think Tyrese Maxey has more potential.
Right, Tyrese and Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
is enough to it. At least you have two semi stars on your team. Right. So there's no reason to take the Heat deal, I don't think.
Plus, I'm pretty sure Utah has their picks, their own picks.
Right,
so
right.
If they wanted to tank, they could tank.
And apparently Utah wants to trade they can trade other pieces. They can trade Bogdanovich, Jordan Clarkson, Conley, right? And they can get first round picks out of that too.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see if they have their picks. It's not showing if they have their picks. I'm pretty sure they have all of their picks.
Right. They didn't trade all of them like some teams do.
Yeah. I know they traded their one from last year it was the last pick that they traded in the Mike Conley trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going forward, 2023, they have their own first round pick. They have a Minnesota first round pick. And they have a Houston, Brooklyn, or Philadelphia first round pick.
Okay.
I don't know how that would. It's probably from one of the Harden trades. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
They have and then 2025 they have their own pick. Minnesota's pick in 2025. 2026 they have their own, in Minnesota's and Memphis's. Oh, that's a second. Yeah, but they have decent draft capital. They have their own picks. That's the important thing. So if they want to, do the Knicks package, they could be bad and tank, and then actually have a good pick. Whereas, the Nets, if they trade KD and Kyrie, they can't be a tanking team because they don't have their picks. They have to remain competitive.
Right. I think the Nets will do that if they trade.
They're going to have to try and
I don't think they'll trade, though.
Yeah. It's not realistic to me. I don't see.
It's
not realistic because they just signed Jalen Brunson.
What's it called? TJ Warren?
Oh, yeah.
TJ Warren. No, they're trying to be competitive. KD's the type to do that. They might have just fake that whole entire thing for media purposes.
Yeah. Also, especially for what they're asking for, though. There's no way they can get what they're asking for.
Right.
They said that it was Devin Booker, or it was Cam Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, and 5 picks wasn't enough. And I was like, that's
it's like they can't get what they want and what KD wants at the same time.
Right, exactly. They can't, because the thing is, you have to consider 3 things. KD doesn't want to go to a team where it's obviously he probably wants to go somewhere where he can still be considered the guy on the team, right? Or at least one of the guys. He probably also wants to go, to a good team. So you can't just trade him to the Rockets because they have hella picks. And then you also want to get something back to where, you can still be competitive. And the only team where I think that can actually do that is the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans are the only team that really makes sense to trade KD to. Because you could trade Brandon Ingram and Herb Jones to Brooklyn. Brandon Ingram is a all-star level player. He was an all-star last year.
You can trade Zion.
Not Zion.
You trade Zion's not gonna do anything. He doesn't play.
I mean, but when he did play, he was an all-star. He was like an all NBA level player.
Oh, I know, but you can just Brandon Ingram's a better player than Zion right now.
I mean, he's a more healthy and available player. I wouldn't say he's better.
Yeah, but if you're not available, you're nothing. Like Kyrie and AD were not available, and their teams sucked.
That's
not sucked. You know, Nets.
They weren't
Lakers sucked, but the Nets
were disappointing.
They were disappointing. So I think, yeah, go ahead.
I get it. He's not available ever, but
exactly. But don't you think that the Nets would rather take Zion?
Oh yeah, if they had the chance to get Zion, they would have.
No, you think so though? You think they'd actually want Zion?
Yeah, Zion's easily still one of the most valuable young players in the league because he was an all-star in the 1 year he played, and he's what, 19? He's 22. He's still really, really young. In the 1 year he played, he averaged 27 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists.
I know, it was great. Yeah.
Literally he was an all-star in the 1 year he played, pretty much. So if he can play, and okay, big if, because obviously he hasn't really been able to play his first 3 years, because this is going to be his 4th. I still would keep him over Brandon Ingram because the potential of Zion is way higher than Brandon.
The ceiling is just higher.
Way higher.
I think it'd be safer for the Nets to take BI anyways because he's going to be available.
Yeah.
Or at least more available than Zion is at least.
Even for them, they would probably, I mean, Zion is a bigger name, but like Brandon Ingram is really, really good too. So
yeah,
he literally averaged 23 points last year.
It'll literally be a perfect fit for a KD replacement as well.
It's like a KD light, KD 0.5.
Yeah, right.
Then Herb Jones is a really solid defender. Maybe you throw in Jose Alvarado as another, young guy, I guess. But I think and then the thing that puts the Pelicans over the top for me is if the Nets can trade for those Laker picks from the AD trade, that would be perfect. Because I don't think the Lakers are going to be good in the next couple of years. So those are going to be great picks. So, I mean, like, Brandon Ingram, who's an all-star level player, Herb Jones, who's another, solid role player who's had a lot of defensive potential and has looked decent in New Orleans. And then you get Alvarado maybe, just as an additional person who also has shown flashes. And then you get those Laker picks. That's a really good package to me. Of course, Brandon Ingram's he's really good, but his name doesn't like pop off the page, but like it's a pretty darn good package to me.
Yeah, I can agree to that. I think the Nets would want those Lakers picks.
Oh yeah,
and I think New Orleans would give them up too if they're getting KD.
Oh yeah, they hella would. It's not even like they're trading their own picks. They're trading the Lakers picks. They still have their own.
Right. They don't need the picks. You know what I'm saying? If they trade for that good of a player, and they won't need it. And so I think New Orleans would definitely, would they make that deal?
I think they would. Would New Orleans?
New Orleans make that deal? Because I know.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Brandon Ingram was like sort of like their identity, like in a way.
I mean, yeah, they love him, but again,
they love him. They don't love Zion.
They love Zion. I mean, Zion don't really love New Orleans, but like he's not.
They love Zion. Zion sells tickets
when he's there. Like
Zion sells tickets, but he's not there.
If he's there, they love him. That's
okay. I think you give him one more year, but he just got signed to a max extension for not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have to do it because then he's just gonna leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pelicans definitely have a good package.
I think they would do it though. I don't think it's really a question on if they would do it. If the Nets came up to you and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna just take this guy, who's he's good, but he's not as good as this guy. We're gonna take another like role player for you, and then some picks that are not yours." I would do that in an instant because you're not really trading anything at all. Of course, you're losing Brandon Ingram, but you're getting Kevin Durant. I think another thing is though, if they trade for the Lakers picks, they can't trade Kyrie to the Lakers. They can do it, but if you're trading for a team's picks, why would you give them a really good player so they're not bad anymore?
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, you kind of have to find a different. It would make most sense if they traded for the Laker picks and then they didn't trade Kyrie to the Lakers. Pretty much what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because
So you let Kyrie just leave.
I mean, he can't leave because he opted in.
He can't leave. He opted
We'd
in.
Oh, you
have
opted
to
in. Okay,
find
so all right,
we'd
wait.
have
So
to find
you
another team.
don't think you just let him stay in Brooklyn for the whole year?
I
Just
mean,
let
you
him.
definitely could. He'd be pissed. Oh,
Well, would he though? Does he
yeah. I
actually
mean,
want? Does he actually want to play?
he wouldn't have to. That's true. He don't be really being on the court like that. So I don't think he.
Right. So I think
Yes.
he John Wall style. He wasn't
Yeah.
injured, obviously, but you can sit on the bench for a year and then you just go to a different team
Yeah.
if nobody wants him.
Until a team is like willing to trade for you. I'm trying to
Right.
think of another team that could even trade for Kyrie, and it's like the Lakers are just the only team getting talked about.
Right, but that's a terrible package. Brooklyn has no reason to do that.
Yeah, no reason to do it. And the Lakers don't even deserve Kyrie. They've done nothing to build a good team over the last years. They just trade for really big players and then hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
Uh,
They went too old,
yeah, way too old.
Yeah. Lakers are a mess. Their team chemistry is bad. They're old. They're LeBron just makes things hard.
Yeah, you kind of got to like do some questionable moves in the off season and front office just to like please him a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like there's so much pressure on like the Lakers coach. Like
right.
the Lakers coach like has to say that he wants Westbrook to be on the team.
Yeah, even if he doesn't, just because he can't be like, bro, you terrible, get off the team, bro.
Right. No, he has to like be nice about everything because the coach just doesn't want to get fired. That's what he doesn't want.
Yeah.
And he probably feels lucky that he's even like having this
The
job.
Lakers job, like
Lakers
that's a
job.
big
Yeah,
job.
like you don't want to use your Lakers job. But, like LeBron has a lot of influence. And that's kind of like that's why like Frank Vogel left unhappy about the situation.
I would be unhappy if I was him too, because
he
did all he really could do. They gave him a box of scraps and he couldn't make the playoffs with it. So I mean,
Frank Vogel's a good coach.
Right. They won a championship with him as the coach. So like
right. Yeah.
They
say a lot of credits to that was coaching and his defensive like mind.
But yeah, I don't know what's gonna go on in Brooklyn. But another thing, speaking about the Lakers, with how we were talking about like who could be really good in the East, assuming the Jazz, trade Donovan Mitchell, that pretty much knocks them out of playoff or playing contention. Like they're bottom feeder in the East or in the West. Who do you think takes that spot? Because someone's got to take it. Obviously, the Clippers were already in like the playoff race, so they can't really take the spot because they're already in the play-in. But who takes that playoff/play-in spot? The teams that missed:
Trailblazers,
Blazers, Lakers, Spurs wouldn't really make sense. Kings, Thunder, Rockets. Those are all.
Oh wait, so a team that takes the 5 spot?
Not the 5 spot. A team that would because there's going to be an open playoff spot, obviously, because the
Minnesota
Jazz are moving out. No, Minnesota was already in the playoffs.
Oh, right.
Like I'm thinking because obviously you look at all the teams in the West who are in the play-in and playoffs.
The Blazers.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the Blazers are that great. I'm not gonna lie.
They got Jeremy. I mean,
Jeremy's nothing special to me.
If Damian Lillard's healthy, I mean, you got to have some team there.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have Dame.
They might have the best player.
I mean, what's his name? Shaden Sharp already got injured, but
I mean, is it the Lakers at that point? Because
no.
I don't think it's the Lakers. Because think about it. Another team is going to be dropping as well. That team is going to be the Spurs. The Spurs aren't going to be good.
Oh, that's true. And the Spurs were in the play-in. So we're going to have 2 open playoff spots. So at that point, no, it has to be the Lakers. There would be no way the Lakers aren't one of the 2 of these like 5 teams that can take that spot. Like, are the Lakers worse than the Kings at this point? Like, I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah, you're right. I think.
I mean, it honestly depends on if AD can play.
Lakers have to have a better year than last year.
Yeah.
And if they just have a better year than last year, they'll probably be in that spot.
Right, because they were on the cusp of a playing spot. They were like 2 games out.
Yeah, they'll make the playoffs.
It's crazy because their record was 33-49, and they still could have made the playoffs with that record, which is despicable.
It's terrible.
So that's one spot. The Lakers are going to take that one spot, and then the other teams that we have in contention are Portland, OKC, Sacramento, and Houston. I personally don't see Houston making the playoffs this year. I just don't think they're good enough. And this might be a little biased. I could see the Thunder making a run at the play-in.
I can see that.
I could see the Thunder making a run.
I can see it.
Maybe getting eliminated in the first game of the play-in, but I could see us making the play-in.
Yeah, I agree.
I think our roster is good enough.
I think it is too.
I don't know though.
Is it though? I mean, well, you guys have.
You have Derek Favors. He's pretty good.
No, you guys definitely have a good starting lineup.
Yeah, starting lineup wise position was straight.
But you guys traded Isaiah Roby. Oh, you guys have
We waived Isaiah Roby, but that was just
Right.
because we had too many people. Like we couldn't.
right. But, I mean, you have Poku off the bench, depending on how you run your lineup.
Poku's not going to be playing, bro. Let's be real.
I mean, he's gonna play, but he's not gonna do nothing crazy.
He's not.
I know, but I'm just
He's
saying
mad
he's
inconsistent, but he's cool.
but he's a okay bench
Body.
player, right?
Yeah.
You have Baisley off the bench. Yeah.
Hey, Frank, your mic.
Unplug it and then plug it back in. But yeah, we have guys, and then like obviously the best player out of all of these teams is Dame. But like Dame and Jeremy Grant really isn't anything.
Anthony's going to be coming off the bench.
And then, well, I mean, they
Or
can play. They can
as
start him
a
at the 2.
scoring guard.
He'll probably start at the 2.
But I don't.
Bro, he lag again?
No, I'm good. Oh my.
Frank, is he
God.
frozen?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Yep.
good.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Do you think I have time to get some chips?
Oh my God. The Zoom is bugging, bro. This is crazy.
Oh, what's up, y'all? We're back.
I don't know what happened. Like at this point, we should just end it because who knows if
I'm
I'm
back.
gonna lag again. Thunder just won a summer league game.
Oh man,
Nice.
congratulations! I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, we're gonna win a chip pretty much.
All right.
You guys are going to get a ring.
But yeah, I'm trying to look at everything else we talked about, and we talked about a good amount of stuff.
New topic. Adam Silver got COVID.
That happened like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I know, but I was really mad. I was watching the NBA Finals, and Adam Silver wasn't giving out the trophy. I'm like, what is going on? Why isn't he here? And he had COVID, and I'm like, you can't have COVID. How'd that happen?
The vid is hate it.
Right.
It's a good thing we don't make money on our podcast episodes because I heard you can get demonetized for saying COVID on.
Oh, that's right. Wait, did I say it?
Yeah,
That's
but it doesn't
wild.
matter. We don't make money.
We don't
Like,
make. We don't
Oh,
get
that's
enough views
oh,
to
that's
make money.
unfortunate. Oh, I said it. That's not good.
And
Yeah,
then
I
like
think
the
it are.
advertisements too, you can get monetized. I think like if it's not an actual advertisement.
Yeah, for like something dealing with like safety or
Yeah.
something. But if you're just
Yeah.
talking about it, you can't say it. I don't know why. I think it's to like prevent false information being promoted. On the
Yeah,
web,
Yeah.
like PovPod. Like
Yeah. Well, I was there was this one day, I forgot why, but no one went to school that day. I was at school though. I was like,
Mhm.
like I posted on my Instagram story. I was just like chilling in the room by myself. Like I was wearing a mask, and I got like the COVID regulation things on my story.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Oh yeah, they're tough with it.
Yeah, like with like I didn't know like
you
why.
just posted a picture with the mask, and they're like, "Hey,
Yeah, they're like, hey,
saying a little
false-
too much."
false information.
Oh,
we have detected false information.
Yeah. Oh,
um,
you should see what the airport detected yesterday.
oh my,
Oh my
that was
gosh.
wild.
How do you do that? They're like, oh yeah, some lotions have explosive features. I'm like,
Why would they have that?
I don't know.
If I'm rubbing my skin down like this, I don't want to
Yeah.
explode.
explosive features.
Oh my god.
No, anyway.
Yeah. Let's end it here because
All right.
who knows how long I'm gonna last before I freeze again. But if you made it to the end of the podcast, thank you. Thank you, Frank, for being on. Hopefully you can be on again. Maybe
course,
come
man.
back Saturday.
Hey, I'm coming back Saturday. I'll
Okay,
be back.
Saturday. Hopefully this could be a 3-person podcast. Maybe not so consistently, but sometimes.
Mhm.
But thank you, and we'll be back on Saturday.